So yes, I am live. So hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to another quick, I say quick live stream. It's not going to be quick, it's going to be a good hour and a half I suppose. A little bit later than normal, mainly for that reason. It was requested by I suppose more people in the US, so I'm doing it for that particular reason. For those of you who've not read the message I've just put on the chat, I'm a little bit nervous only for the first couple of minutes, and it's not because I'm doing this, it's because I'm dead honest on my channel all the time. My wife at the moment is still out. It's one of her friend's 40th birthday, and hello, nice to have you on here as well. I need to change this round. Why is it not working? Hyperlink is in as well. Basically, my wife is still out, and all three kids have just got to sleep. Ridiculous Badger is there as well. So I'm preempting that something's going to happen. I'm hoping it doesn't. Fingers crossed it shouldn't at all. But I've got the doors open, and obviously I'm sure you'll understand that if my kids start to cry, I've got to tend to them, but we should be all right. Retro action is there. You know you love it is there. Neck ache. What, am I sideways on or something? What's going on? I don't know what's going on. Is it? I don't know why it's done that. How can we turn it round? Is this it? No, that's... We are all humans here. Pete, is it? Am I on the side for some reason? Let me know if I'm on the side. Yep, you're sideways. Why is it done that? Right, I don't... You see, this is how useless I am. Can I edit it? I don't even know how I can edit that. Right, what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to... I can't edit it on this. I'm going to try, but I can't. Right. Check the stream settings. Where are my settings? See, because that's the way. Share, mute, doesn't say anything. This makes people laugh, obviously. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Maybe that's it. Let's have a look. Orientation, no. Has that helped? Let me see. Orientation, rotate device back. Did you say that's it? Did someone say that's it? Has that fixed it? No. Which one's done it? Or did that not do it? Right, so if that's done it, I'll leave that there. It's still sideways for me, but it doesn't bother me because I can still go. Now it's back. It's got to be like this then, isn't it? Just have to be, okay, just have to be in portrait. No idea why it's in portrait. Don't even know how I'm going to be able to do this, which I suppose it's not too bad being in portrait. It is just a chat, isn't it? So I'm going to need to work out where I can rest this phone then for you guys seeing me. So as I said, at the moment we seem to be quite lucky. The kids are asleep. I do apologise if they get up. My wife is still out. Main reason I suppose for this live is, number one, I love doing them and it's great. I've gone a little bit later obviously to speak to you guys. Lots of people in the States who like to jump on. Brandon has just jumped in, and normally I'm just sort of finishing up round about this time, so I've completely mixed it up and I've started at this particular time. So can I work out how to balance this without the phone falling off? Right, have I got away with that, guys? Have I got away with it? Looks like I have. Yes, perfect. It's just balancing. So yeah, main reason for this is I've had loads of requests to do another live stream. There you go, cheers from you. I don't mind doing these. I love doing these. I love the feedback, the interaction. There's so much going on in the world at the moment, and obviously in the world of Transformers. Obviously I didn't mean that in regards to all the horrible things that are happening, and obviously my thoughts go out to all the people involved in all the bad things. Good morning, Crackles. But with regards to Transformers, so obviously next Friday, or the Friday coming up, is going to be the PulseCon. And what I'm going to do I'm still waiting for the times. I definitely am going to do a watch along. I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. I presume they have, but I've got to confess that I've pretty much pinched the idea from I watch a bit of YouTube, football channels, and they do some watch alongs as well, and they always seem quite a fun experience. So because I've got quite primitive yeah, exactly, because I've got primitive technology like this, it doesn't really matter. I'll have the camera on, you'll be chatting to me, and I'll be watching it on my iPad. So really looking forward to that. Don't know the exact times yet though. Oh, Phil's in as well. Nice to see you, Phil. Looking forward to actually meeting up. Yeah, exactly, better than watching by ourselves. Looking forward to meeting up at the NEC. I'm going to talk about that as well in a minute for the UK guys. I just think I think it'll be fun because I always do the reactions afterwards, obviously, but again, it'd be just as much fun if we're all experiencing it together. So I really do believe they've got a load of of real surprises. Because nothing's happening at the moment. It's really quite quiet. Now, I know we've seen the lists and I know we've seen the through the space bridge things, but we haven't actually seen, and I'm totally jinxing things now because there's still 5 6 days to go. I'd like it now to not be spoiled because we've got so close to it. Of course, I'm the same as you guys. We do like to see the new figures that we're going to be getting, but I think if we've gone this long now, then obviously let's wait until the Friday. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a definite watch along with that, as long as it's not as soon as it starts. If it starts at 4 p.m, I should just about be back in time from picking the kids up at school. But to be fair, I could probably still do a watch along then anyway. But really looking forward to that. I want to ask you guys, what's the figures that you want to see? I know Brandon's going to straight away say some of the movie bots, because they seem to be not, they're nowhere near as thick and fast, are they? But I think that's because they've obviously they're pretty much come to the end of the actual figures they can release from movies. The only one I know about is the Hot. Yes, that's definitely excuse me, that's correct, Phil. That's going to be the Pulscon exclusive Warhammer reviews. I didn't realise you loved it so much, Pete. It's something again that I've just unfortunately, pal, I've got no interest in. I've got I'm really, it's good though. I mean, look around me. I've got to be tunnel vision. I can't be collecting every single thing that we see, because otherwise, my wife would leave me. I'd have got no space. And they just don't do it for me. I appreciate other toy lines. I appreciate things like that, but I don't get the same buzz as I do when I get to pick pick up figures and stuff like this. I mean, that's just a beautiful figure. I've listened to the poll, guys. I've done the poll, so he will be ready for tomorrow night. And oh, brilliant. Yeah, I'm not being, maybe some info. But I think, I don't know if it was intentional, but I saw Theo, who's Toy Grind, and he's put in his comments, I think we might get something to do with HasLab. I don't know. I'm gauging it. Maybe is a cryptic clue, or maybe I'm sure he just says in one of his posts, his adverts for what's coming up. I'm sure he says HasLab news in it. So I presume, and of course he was the man. It's great that he's getting recognition, obviously, which is brilliant. But he was the man who obviously was with the team when they sort of announced that we were going to be getting Defsaurus. So hopefully there's more information regarding that, or it could be the completely new one. I do historical wargaming, collecting Transformers. It gets a little expensive. I'm going to be reviewing. I've not got him yet. Bayverse of Madness. You beat me to him with him. Our masterpiece KO's junk. That's a good question. The one that I've reviewed compared to the original is, now loads of people will argue with me with this, and I totally understand it. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but the Wheeljack figure that I reviewed was awful. However, it's, although saying that, on the secondary market now, there you go, Ridiculous Badges jumped in. They are hit or miss. Now, obviously, they're a lot cheaper than the original, but if you get like the Wheeljack figure, to be honest, it's been out for quite some time now. So so you can get us one on the second-hand market for only a little bit more than what you're paying for one of the KOs. So that's your choice. Now, for me, the Wheeljack one, when I first looked at it, it didn't look too bad, but then when I put it next to the original, like I say, the color scheme is off. The tampographies are all different. The joints on it were really loose. It had all the accessories. It looked pretty much the same. If you just wanted to fill a shelf or as a make do for now, then I'm sure they're absolutely fine. But I suppose if you're doing it as a make do, I'd save the money and just wait until you can afford the original, which is a question I got asked so many times when I wanted to complete G1, because obviously there was a few figures that I needed just to complete it, and a couple of people said to me, why don't you just get the KOs? And I suppose because if I've waited this long, and if you know, if I don't know, I've got nothing against KOs. I know they work for people, but for me, I never really needed them, and because I was saving anyway, I didn't bother with it. Sometimes the KO fix is an issue. By and large, that the MP versions are better. Yeah, they totally were. I mean, I would think I might be doing a couple more. No problem at all. That's a great question. That's exactly why I like to do things like this. I mean, again, ridiculous badges from Show Z, and what was I going to say? So obviously he's got great knowledge on the products and stuff that are released there. So, and as I say to everybody, I've only been on third party since March, so I'm getting to know things about them. Ironhide I've not seen, but I haven't got the original either, Phil, so I can't comment on that. Duke Nukem is live. There you go. Ah, that's a great thing. The KO Jetfire is going to be really interesting, because obviously the real one's really expensive. Why are Rise of the Beast so difficult to find? I think it's because just I don't know, to be honest. They've always been online. I've completely changed my shopping now to buying things online, because you take out that risk of missing out, and FOMO is definitely real, especially when it comes to Transformers. Because let's be honest, you can see something released on Hasbro Pulse, it'll sell out if you think, oh, I'll get it later, and then all of a sudden, well, that's a great deal on him, ridiculous badge, a great deal, and then 2 weeks later when it's completely gone, you got no money on it. Oh, sorry, it's complete. It's gonna. I was answering that. I was talking. You've got it's double the price, so it's obviously yeah, it's I don't know, but they seem to be stocking everywhere now. Fans Toy Skyfire. You see, that was a huge argument, wasn't it? It was what's he called? Phoenix. Is he called Phoenix? The Fans Toy Skyfire? I can't think. But I know that as soon as Takara released theirs on eBay, loads of them, loads of Fans Toys are all on eBay right now. Yeah, it is Phoenix. Fans Toys were all over, and I think a couple of people just said it depends if you want more cartoon accurate or something. But yeah, I'm very impressed with the Masterpiece, because I've made a conscious decision to not continue collecting Masterpiece, just price and just space. It's a bummer now. I've really come to the conclusion that I've totally have run out of run out of space. So I'm at a point where I'm gonna be a little bit well, I've just got a message from my wife, she's on her way home. Perfect. What was I saying? I've always, because people have always asked me collecting questions, like, and what I've always sort of said to people is, if it's in storage, then what's the point in having it? And I'm unfortunately going to become one of them people. So I'm going to be a hypocrite, and I don't really want to be, but I think I'll do a video to fully explain that there's some figures that I just don't want to sell. Sludge from New Age, I've done a review on him. He is fantastic. Completely agree with that. It's so good. What surprised me though is that he's bigger than the original G1 figure. So that's something that makes me laugh when you think of, obviously, the Legends being smaller in a lot of the cases. Funnily enough, literally to my side, because I've just done that one, which is the Hound Jurassic Park. I've done that as well. That's going to go up, I think, soon tomorrow. New Age Sludge is brilliant, but yeah, Ridiculous Badger. He is literally, if you check out my video, I do the comparison side by side, and he's the Legend scale's bigger than the original. I love your videos, man. My favourite figure I have, thanks very much, is RN G2 Grimlock. Which one does RM mean? Is that the Toxitron, or is that a different one, or are you on about New Age? I'm useless with all these abbreviations. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that surprised me. And to be fair, the Omega Supreme, David, is it David? No, David's Optimus Prime. Michael's only a fraction smaller than the actual Omega Supreme. That's the stick them to the ceiling. Well, that's, as I say, this is where I've actually come. This is what I've actually had to do, Crackles. I'm probably going to do a little bit of video on it as well, to be fair. You've all seen a lot of my movie figures. All my loose ones are in storage in the attic, which unfortunately, that's just where they are. I'm going to keep them to doing videos, and that's what I'm going to do with all the Generations and Universe lines. I think that I'm going to have to put, well, I don't think at all, I'm going to have to put, I think I'm going to put the Universe line in a box, and then I'm going to start a new feature as well, which is what's my thoughts on the Bumblebee MP45? Oh, that's a good question. Now, to be fair, guys in the chat, you're going to have to help me answer this, because I've only got the original, the very first release of Bumblebee Masterpiece. I haven't got the new one. What's 52 toys? I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that, Andrew, but I've never heard of it. Is it a US store? Is it? I don't know what you mean. Of course, you can see what it says in the questions anyway. But yeah, the Masterpiece Bumblebee, I know they updated. And funnily enough, excuse me, one of the main reasons that I stopped collecting Masterpiece was because, let me read all these. MP45 looks great. Head on, if you look at him, turn him, it looks okay. That's fair enough. Still, so Robot Recruits, Phil still prefers the original one. What was I saying? Obviously, they keep updating things. 52 toys is great, but not Transformers. I'm quite lucky. I'm only quite straight, as I say. I don't know what they are. That's probably another toy line that I daren't go into, to be honest. What was I saying about the Masterpiece? Like, obviously, I spent an absolute fortune trying to find the Takara Thundercracker Masterpiece figure. I mean, it's still expensive now, but it was even more expensive when I brought mine. And then since then, there's how many different versions of him? So, not because I paid a lot of money for him, but because how expensive Masterpiece figures are, and they were becoming like Generations figures. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's at least 3 versions of the mainline Seekers, never mind all the other spin-offs like your Ghost, Starscream, your Acid Storm, your Sunstorm and all that. And again, like we're talking about here in the chat, we're talking about Bumblebee 2.0. So there was just loads, so I just stopped collecting Masterpiece. And again, being in the UK, Masterpiece figures are £200 a pop, which is, it's 1.22 to the dollar at the moment or something like that, isn't it? So, you know, it's a lot more, $250, $260 per figure. So there you go, that's it, 3 MP versions of Seekers. So I brought the first 3 when they started going all two, and to me Masterpiece was a fusion between a, yeah, mine, as I say, Pete, my main reasons was they just kept, I still prefer MP1, as daft as it sounds. I brought MP10, I never took him out of the box, and I sold him 2 months ago. No problem, Gabriel. It's really nice that you've jumped on, to be fair. I've just done a follow-up video to the one that you asked for. So, you know, you asked for the Combiner, well, the Prime Wars trilogy. Since I did that, loads of people have asked for just the Combiner Wars, so I've spent most of the day taking my figures off the shelves just so I can just line up all the combiners. So I'll put that up tomorrow morning as a bit of a bonus, to be fair. Yeah, exactly, the Thundercracker, and there's a third one, so if that's just 2.0, I don't know. I mean, there's so many different versions, but the original Thundercracker I got, was it MP7? I think it is. I think Starscream was 3. Skywarp might have been, no, Megatron was 5. I can't remember. The only MP I have is the first Prime and first Starscream. Funny enough, I've got Trailbreaker right by my foot. I really like that. I like the train bots are okay. I'm waiting to complete them. There you go. Brilliant. You're proper on it. Ridiculous Badger, by the way, guys. He works, well, he helps out at Showsy, and his MP knowledge, which you can see, and indeed his third-party knowledge, he's like the oracle to me for third party. So if any of you've got any third-party questions that you want to get asked in the chat right now, then he's the man to answer them. And also, if you get into other things like Zoids and stuff, then Robot Recruits is in the chat as well. So have a chat with him. I'm getting the train bots. Yeah, the train bot. That's what I'm getting as well. MP3 still my favourite NPC command. So that's the first ones then, isn't it, Phil? That was the original Starscream, which was just a little bit darker, and they're the ones that I got. I went with all the Takara ones, then the Hasbro ones came out, and then etc, etc. And then, as you'll be well aware, Phil, when they first come out in the UK, they were silly prices, like silly. So I've let a few of them go. Which is Takara or Fans Toys? Right, good question. I've only got experience on one Fans Toys figure, which was Spindrift. But I've got loads on pre-order, and again, it's thanks to people like you've got some of the guys in the chat right now, because of the affiliation I've got with Showsy. I'm able to have a look at these sort of figures. So Fans Toys pre-orders, I've got the Gears, the Blur, and a few others coming in. So there's constant figures coming in at the moment, which is great fun. And I'm still enjoying, as I say, getting a video done each day. I think the latest one I haven't done a video on yet, just again because it was on sale, is the Clear Grapple. I love this mold, and the way they took everything away in the back is so clever. So, you know, because of people like, because of guys like yourselves, experience on this mold, I've done, I'm just gonna think, so I've done Bulkhead, we've done Art Fire. Hey, Guzzy's in. It is late for me as well, Guz. So the main reason is because, again, for the American guys and the Canadians, I thought I'd do a bit of a later one. Core Class Prime Betrayal. I've seen it, Andrew, but it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse in the UK, so I missed it. Because otherwise I would have got it. I definitely would have got it. At the time, it's weird because, again, contrary to popular opinion and belief, people think that I get sent things. Everything that you see on the here on the, or comes on the channel, unless I specifically say it's been given to me, I have to buy. So sometimes, can you put another update to Nova Prime? Can you put all the white armor without wing and chest? I want to see how it looks. I don't know what you mean. Can you put the white? Oh, take the wing and things. Okay, no problem. I can do that. No worries. Princeton's jumped in, which is brilliant. Great. There's a few people jumping on. It's up and down the chat. I think, yeah, Nova Prime's just hit American shores, hasn't it? Like me to talk about our hobby. Thanks, man. Are you older than me, or are you Transform Attack? Older like me or older than me? I see 2015 RID Warrior Class Stronger. Yes. I brought that to do a video on, and then before I knew it, the newer one. The newer one came out, so I've done that. Oh, 50, yeah, you're 5 years older than me, buddy, so that's cool. The rest of my legacy came in this morning, funnily enough, so as I say, colour scheme on this is just stunning. Obviously, this is the video I've just put up. Still got these to pretty much unbox, to be fair. Got Snarl, Detritus. I'm getting my Studio 86 Ultra Max. Wow, that's really early. Is that the actual release date? Is it? That's really early. Studio Series 86 Ultra Magnus. I've seen so many pictures of that right now. I'm looking at my shelf thinking, oh no, where's he going to fit? That's another problem that I'm going to have. I've got a few things on pre-order, but I can't remember. Big Bad Toy Store. Thanks, Tack, for not making me the oldest. Pete's not far behind you, you see. But this is cool. This is, you know, I think that's what I think. And again, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong on here. I think I've managed to be quite successful. You know that MGO says don't stop playing because you grow old. That's completely true. That's a saying that's been around for ages. Yeah, that we've got. I've got a great balance on this channel. I've obviously got a load of people here who are my age and a little bit above. No, I don't know, Windcharge. I don't know how old you are, but I know Brandon's quite young. See, this is great. And we're all staying up late, and my son's got a football match in 9.5 hours, but I'm going to stay up late and chat to you guys. I love the fact that the fandom, the toys, the figures. It's funny because I get comments on I got a comment the other day, literally. I put the comic up Thursday morning, and somebody said, so this is obviously your favourite genre. And of course it is. It's definitely my favourite genre. I can't believe I've not done this one yet. I've done the poll. You're 16. That's cool, man. That's really cool. Because at that particular age, I pretty much, what's the word? I was going out of it by then, but I wished I'd have stayed involved. Brave versus, of course, 21 last week. I haven't done Bombshell yet. He just looks like just an updated version of the original, obviously. I've just knocked Skyquake over. Typical, not Skyquake. Yeah, who mentioned this? Retro Action did. He is beautiful. Beautiful. Head sculpt and everything's perfect. I've got jeans older than you, Windcharge. It's funny. I saw earlier today the Nemesis Prime dropped 150. Which one's the Nemesis? The Nemesis price. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't got. To be fair, I don't normally call places out, but I think they made a mistake. But then they tried. What is it? I brought mine from Cosmic Toys, and it was only they must have done a price problem. They must have missed the one out because they listed it for $79.99. So of course I paid in full straight away. Palpatine is in. I love it, and I love it with the Star Wars quotes. And then of course when it came in stock, they're like, oh, you owe me another 120 quid. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because it was a deposit. I said, well, it didn't say that anywhere on the listing. So of course I cancelled it and got my money back. Transformers does bring us all together. Great, thank you. I'm curious to see how it would look on Kingdom White Optimus. Oh, that would be interesting. I haven't got Kingdom White Magnus, but I know what you mean. I've got a few New Age fembots in this week as well. Guzzy, don't forget my code on Thingy, mate. Don't forget my code and Showzy. Slashing Pink. No, I did it. Fembots. I started recollecting Transformers when Windcharger was born. Love it. Yeah, there's a load of people, and just in the chat, you know, there's not as many as normal because I dropped this just out of nowhere. But I obviously I know which people are from the UK, and I can pretty much tell which people are from America as well, because a lot of them are channel members, and it's just great. As I say, not only does it unite us from, as I say, from every country in the world, but also ages. Age means nothing. Everybody who's in the chat is always, you're all great, to be fair. You all comment on the videos, which is perfect. And I think because of your constant interaction with myself, that's why it's grown. I mean, it's blowing up at the moment in a really good way. That's another reason why I wanted to do this, just to say thank you for that. Because I've gone up to, I think I'm over 17.1 now, which is just insane. Which again, thank you to you guys. And again, thanks to everybody else keep bringing them out. This is a shining golden age. It 100% is, Guzzy. The problem that we've got, mate, is you just missed the first few minutes of the chat. The big problem that we've got is, I'm not going to say it's overwhelming, but there's too much at the moment. I was working this out with somebody, I think, in the other chat, or the other live I did. If you think of the toy lines that we've got running at the moment, we've got Legacy Evolution, we've got Studio Series, we've got Studio Series 86, we've got the Toxitron lineup. We've got so much, it's nuts. I have no idea if don't know and got it planned to buy. Because number one, on all YouTube, I've no idea or don't know, and got in plan to buy 3 of Nova Prime. And obviously, Pete, we discussed it. There's just loads. And I don't think, even though the prices keep going up, and even though we're allegedly in economic crisis, people are still buying, people are still bringing them all out. TF Nation, I massively overspent at TF Nation, but I mean, for a Megatron was £40. I couldn't miss out on that. I think we are going to see a Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, but finding the toys and paying, that's it. Paying for them is the big thing. I have to admit, I'm very, very, very guilty of the PayPal paying 3 thing. I do that quite a lot. But on the same hand, I consume more product. I'm also in the lucky position that I can sell a few figures as well, which is exactly what I do. So I'm in that constant cycle of buying to sell, which I didn't really want to get back into. But I'm not doing things like buying huge collections because I don't have the time. And that's why when I go to the NEC this time, I'm going to go more. I'm not going to do a stall. I'm going because I want to go for the hunt, and I want to meet a load of you guys there. And I already spoke to so many people in the comments and on the Discord for the members, obviously, that we're all going to be going, and we'll have a meet up there as well, which would be great because there's some people have hardly seen it all. It's so true, Windcharger. We do. I'm trying to think of the other toy lines, but of course there's loads. There's at least 3 or 4 Rise of the Beasts toy lines. There's Earthspark. There's loads. I mean, how many different versions of Earthspark figures are there already? And the Generations line is just crazy. Crazy. 80s was the best, of course it was, because they were new, because they were mind-blowing, and because we'd never seen them before. So it's although it's sometimes you still get that, but the main difference is, of course, that everything that we see sort of online now. I mean, I still do the toy hunts in Smiths and things like that, but it's the buzz isn't the same because I know that it's gonna, because I'm expecting it to be there, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously, because we've seen the live streams, because you've probably seen me do a video saying what's this, I think that'll be good as well, because you've seen either videos from me telling you what's coming out. Have you ever got anything because you thought it was funny? I'll come to that in 2 seconds. So when you walk into a shop, it's not really a surprise. It's like, the only surprise might be that it's there, but the figure itself you'll have seen and you'll know about. Whereas before, in the 80s, you could walk in and be genuine, like, whoa, what's this? Right, have I ever brought anything because I thought it was funny? Yes, the loyal subjects. I brought a few of them figures, the loyal subjects, because A, the Transformers, B, it was another toy line that I could put into the channel to review, and C, yeah, because they look funny. You right, home? Okay. See you in a minute. There we go. Coast is clear. If the kids wake up now, we'll be all right. The other problem with modern is the availability. The original would be on your shelves 2-3 years nowadays. It's 9 months. Yep. Miss the year of walking into a store and seeing them the first time by now. I agree with all of this. It's not as much fun, but you've just got to. UK, I miss it too. Drunk Cal. Who's Drunk Cal? No. Oh, and whether that's at me? No, not at all. What was I saying? So yeah, so when you walk into the shops now, no, she's not. No, driving, not at all. Yeah, I am on portrait now. She's not. Like, I'm replying to this here as well. I'm not saying it out loud. Early morning. It's just past midnight now, mate. Yeah, just past midnight. Where are we? Still. Let's get this answered. What's going on? Yeah, and I've got Riley's, who's my eldest boy, who's only 7. He's got a football game in less than 9 hours, so it's going to be a late one. Or I'm going to be tired tomorrow, shall we say? Right, just replying to this. You know, JT Prime 17 report this week. Animated Optimus Prime and Thundertron arrived at the US port. JT Prime, he spoils everything, doesn't he? But he's good. I'm surprised no one's worked out who he is, to be honest. So no, alcohol. Let me just reply to this. Bang. I've got an eBay auction ending in 20 minutes. What is it, Pete? Tell us what it is. So no alcohol. I'm supposed to say so no alcohol. Where's Tat going? Good night, my Transformer brother. He's off to bed. I want to know what Pete's watching, because it'll be something crazy. What's he going to be bidding on? Which one did he say? Animated. Maybe if they've just arrived, maybe they're the ones that are going to be previewed at the thingy then. This PulseCon, who knows? That's the thing. I think a lot of them, they're just going to, some of them are going to be the same molds, aren't they? So that's going to be interesting. I wonder if Tack was from UK then, because it's quite late. If he's from UK, it must be if he's put night. Where's Pete gone? I want him to answer what he's bidding on, because he's there. I've seen them. Yeah, they're in my watch list as well. Don't need sleep, just Transformers. It's all right for you guys, as I say. Princeton, your collection's fantastic as well. He sent me some pictures of his collection, and it's brilliant. Victory Saber, Leozak. I think we're going to get Leozak. I think we're going to get a Lyocase. I think we will. I think there's too much interest. There just is. Victory at the moment. It's huge. I'm also thinking, guys, of doing not like a sort of split screen watch along with everybody putting Victory on and watching it with you guys. We haven't seen any images of it yet, Phil. We know obviously he's coming, but we've seen no images of him at all. I want to see a Landcross as well, Windcharge. I don't know if you've seen my video of him on this channel, but he's one of my favourites. He's probably he's the most not complicated. He's the, what's the word? Justice for Leozak. He had a figure in the Guzzy. Did you get the BotCon version of him? He's class. Oh, there you go. Optimus, hey Russ, he's in the UK now, so you're up late as well. Thanks very much for staying up late and for jumping on board with this. Again, there's a few of you. A proper, we've got to say Lyocase, by the way, otherwise Pete will tell us off. Ultra Magnus repainted. Now, that would be amazing. I've seen your vid. It's the most... Oh, okay. Brilliant. I'm glad you've seen that. It is too good. Weaponizers. I love buying multiples to mess with. Which ones were the weaponizers? Were the weaponizers... Oh, like Cog and all them. Cog, Slammer, Fast Track, and them ones. They're the weaponizers, aren't they? Pronunciation police. Definitely, that's you, Pete. You can't say Leo Kaiser. It's Lio Kaiser. And Raiden. So there you go. I'm sure that's what... Yep, that's it. That's what Andrew's put. I'm just looking at Fast Track right in front of me, to be fair. They are so much fun. I just think they're all great. I think the Junkion idea was great. I have the Botcon Ozark. Yes, also got the combined was locator from Toy Foo Custom Circles. I forget this past Monday on Instagram and where I did see your purple sword and wing of the new Legacy Windblade. No, I don't know. I've not seen that. I missed that as well, to be fair. I know that thingy Fossilizers, the Bone Age reference. The Fossilizers completely stunned me. When I first saw them, I had no interest either. I remember it because we were still on lockdown. And I was training in my garage and I had my iPad on and I was watching it and I was like, I just didn't like it. And then again, because I was doing videos on it and a couple of people have said, are you going to get any? And then to be honest, I brought the spoilers pack for Megatron. And of course it came with, is it Skelevor? Not Skelevor. I can't think. It might be Skelevor. Anyhow, the purple version of the first Fossilizer. And I loved it. It's brilliant. Is Wave 7 out of Smiths? What's Wave 7? Is that the ones? Is that these ones? Is that Wave 7? The best thing was, I love the Fossilizers. It wasn't Master Dominus, it was the first one. I do watch the Skelevor. It was Skelevor, then I was right. I do, but again, sometimes it's weird, Gabriel, because sometimes I don't want to see them all. Modern series like TF Prime in an MP. Now that would be interesting. That's a really good question. I don't think anytime soon. I think what they might need to do is maybe give it another 10 years or so and see if the interest is there. But that could be a good idea. Group of Voltron along with Transformers. I know obviously of Voltron, but I didn't really watch it. I think so, Optimus. I was in there the other day. But I can't remember. I think I saw Bombshell on that, so I think that must have been Wave 7. They were issued. Hasbro Pulse shipped all theirs out a couple of weeks ago, and In Demand shipped theirs out this week. That's why I've got Bludgeon and them lot, because again they shipped them out this week. Is Dreadwing out? Yeah, it's that one. Yes, definitely. Because there he is. He's a great figure. Are you familiar with the Toy Armada here on YouTube? No, I'm not, unfortunately. What's Pog mean? Who's Toy Armada? No, I don't know what that is. There's so many decent. He's put a big smile there. I haven't had a look. Perhaps I should have a look. I'm really guilty of not watching YouTube things now because Aaron Archer. Why do I know that name? Who's Aaron Archer? Why do I know his name? What's he got to do with Transformers? He's In Demand. I got him from In Demand Optimus. I got him. I got them all. They're all in there. Basically means excellent. Oh, okay. See, that's how old I am. That's it. That's him. He's the guy who did the artwork on the instructions, didn't he? That's the one. He did the artwork on the instructions. That's why I've heard of him. Of course, I've heard of him. I'm gonna have to watch that then because I love seeing what toy designers have got to say. Excuse me. Yeah, I definitely. That's why the name's ringing a bell. He designed some Beast Wars stuff. He's, I suppose, obviously he's the Unicron Trilogy's version of Mark and Evan, isn't he? That's what he'll be. Which is good. He also designed some Beast Wars stuff. I totally missed the boat on Beast Wars as well, to be honest. How much was Hasbro Toy Design? There we go, for Armada. I couldn't think. You know when you hear someone's name and you think, I know who they are. Legacy Chase. Left hand just show up 3. Legacy Chase. That's amazing that you got that hyperlink. That's crazy. You did Optimal Optimus. I didn't. So hyperlink? Was he selling them, or was he auctioning them, or what was he doing? How did you manage to get one? Because for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, if you look back at one of my, I think it was a Transformer Facts Friday from like only 2 weeks ago. It was all over TFW 2005. Aaron Archer actually had the instruction sheets to the figures, and he did his own artwork of them over the top of it. It was brilliant. Ah, there you go. So he's got his own website. Thanks for jumping in, Andrew. Take care. He did Optimal Optimus. I'm going to have a look at that stuff then. Because that's the sort of stuff that, you know, once you get a hold of, you're never going to see again. No, there's no Forbidden Planet anywhere near me. Or I think somebody said there's one in Birmingham, but someone said it's not that good. All right, Guzzy. I'll have to put, yeah, definitely put a picture up, hyperlink, so we can all see it because it's brilliant. We need to get more people. That Discord's growing really well at the moment, which is good. Just got the Legacy Armada and Megatron upgrades for his shoulders to make them articulate. Sam's Forge, he's there in the UK Great Kit. Oh, there you go. See, some people's Forbidden Planet for me, I've just heard it's always overpriced. So I've never made the efforts to go there, shall we say? Because if it's overpriced, then I don't really want to go. Again, I've always been quite lucky, unfortunately. Well, there's a great guy in the chat I used to buy all my things from, but he's moved on to doing other things. So I've moved to In Demand, and they seem to get everything that I need at the price as well. If not, of course, there's just good old-fashioned Hasbro Pulse. There's no point trying to, I don't know. I've just always heard that Forbidden Planet is more expensive. So anybody else always tells me that, to be honest. I didn't even know there was one in Sheffield. I think there's one in Birmingham. I don't know where the rest are. But I imagine there's loads popping up everywhere. So we've got the NEC coming up soon, which is going to be great. I'm going to go on a proper toy hunt this time. Can't wait to do that. Haven't done that in ages. Probably going to be buying a few of the, maybe just a couple more Generations figures. There's a few that I definitely want. Ah, there you go. I need to get the new comics, actually. So what am I on the hunt for at the NEC? So I've been looking around, and the Generations 2010 toy line, I've got a load of sealed figures, but I haven't got them loose. And then obviously what I want to do is, if I get them loose, I can do a video on them, and then I can sell the sealed one, and then I can obviously go on and buy more figures. So I need Dark Mount. Is Dark Mount Straxus? I'm pretty sure. So I need these are the ones I need loose because I've got them on card. So I need Dark Mount, I need Skull Grin, Warpath, War for Cybertron. I'm hoping the time goes by the waffling on molds. There's just a few. So basically, it's the 2010 Drift. I need a Drift loose, unfortunately, but that's well expensive. But yeah, that's the sort of ones that I'm definitely going to be, excuse me, looking for. I may get a couple of Transformers Prime figures because they seem to be doing loads of updates of them at the moment. Yeah, I know you. I've seen you've got him, Phil. I've got him sealed, but I've not got him loose, which is a bit of a bummer. But then as soon as I think Siren will make it into Legacy, and the main reason for that, Optimus, is because they've done a Minerva, but Minerva is Siren. But the problem you see, Siren's a headmaster, so that's what my big bugbearer with that Minerva figure is. So I brought it obviously because it's Minerva, but for me, I need one. Yeah, they do need to do them. But if they're gonna do a Siren, then it needs to be. Not sure any of this. It's a really cool shot, but definitely overpriced. I need it to be a headmaster. It's got to be a headmaster. And to be honest, I don't really like the Titan Masters or the little one, the ones that they did. I think it needs to be better than them. I don't really like them, and I didn't even really like the little Brain Master that they had. He once said Rodimus Prime sporting as a bat tumbler vehicle, which what you want in media. So will Hasbro deal with lawsuits from? Right, here we go. You once said Rodimus Prime sporting as a bat tumbler vehicle would be what you want in media. How will Hasbro deal with lawsuits? I don't know. I don't know if that's what I said. I don't know what you mean by that. Well, obviously, if it's licensed by Warner Brothers, they won't make it, will they? I don't know. I'm trying to think which part, which it was that you meant, or what I said, to be honest. Or was that when we were saying about the crossovers? I can't think. Yeah, that's what I mean, Pete. That's exactly why I'm going, because I want. And nice to have you back in the chat, Sean. It's good to have you on last time. It's going to be good to go for just. The other thing I'm going to look for, obviously, is I want Squeeze Play as well, but again, got to be a headmaster. yeah, just to experience it, because obviously the only time that you came, Pete, you came and did a store with us, and you want to be off and running around. Like I'm going to be hunting on for variants as well as the ones that I'm specifically looking for. I will be, if I find some generation ones, I will be definitely checking a few stamps and things like that, to be honest, because if I can find a couple of Mexican variants or some Sage variants, I'll be very we'll have to be like, it will have to be our own sort of restraining orders by each other. But you were there last time, you saw how much stuff there was loads of stuff, so I'm really looking forward to it. We need a new Nightbeat. Hopefully it isn't. Yeah, that's what I said, Wind Charge. I completely agree. Nightbeat is one of my favourite figures, and even this one here, this one's not the greatest, is it? I didn't like that. Didn't like it. It's all right. It's all right, but never really liked it. Nightbeat's one of them figures that I've got fond memories of from being a child with, because I had that as a kid, definitely, and I loved it. I loved the Nightbeat. My Nightbeat doesn't see the light of day. I've got a couple, but yeah, they fade really easily, don't they? That's the T30 version, Duke. I don't think they've done another one. I know third parties have done quite a few versions. Fans Hobby, etc. have done Nightbeat recently. But yeah, we need a decent one. We need a really good, decent Nightbeat set. You know, then they can do a proper Minerva, I think. You want Takara-only stamp to construct? Do you want circle stamp or normal ones? Loved his bits in the Matrix. Yeah, that was it. I've just read all them. And I like the fact that third-party company made him and they gave him a coat, you know, like a detective overcoat or trench coat, whatever the word you want to call it. I just liked the colours in it. I thought it was brilliant. And it was, again, I've just got really fond memories of that particular figure from when I was a kid. So it was great fun to me. I'm about to knock loads of these off that are behind me. Collector's Cup version. Oh yeah, I remember that actually. That's one of the ones that I haven't actually got. I think that's a good question, Crackles. Not really. I don't know, it depends on the condition, and it depends if you're lucky. Like where we're going now, when we're talking about the toy fair, you can obviously barter with people a few times, which is good. But they're not cheap, really. I suppose it depends on the figure and, you know, the condition. All new G1 Soundwave with G1 Ravage. Does that mean you want the newer versions of them, or you want to find originals, Palpatine? Which ones do you mean? The problem with Soundwave is they've had these bum kicked, haven't they? They constantly make Soundwaves. I mean, if you think, how many did he have in Legacy? Was it? Oh no. Is there 3 or 4 versions between? I can't think. I think there's 3 versions just, you know, in 2 years. I was able to get G1 Nightbeat ahead a few months ago, so I can find Displayman in robot mode. That's good. Yeah, perfect. So you've obviously got the seat. Have you got the seat as well? Well, I hope you have. Fingers crossed if you have. I'm just thinking of Soundwave. So you had a Siege version, you had an Earthrise version, and then there was obviously the Legacy version. If Paramount were to produce another transfer. I don't remember saying that at all, because I don't remember. Sorry. Because if Paramount were to produce another Transformers story with Rodimus, obviously they can't use it, so you've answered your own question. So if I said it or if I didn't, you've answered your own question there. So it doesn't make sense. It can't happen, obviously. But why would I put Rodimus in the movie? I don't know. What's your favourite version of Optimus Prime? Standard G1. Standard G1 you can't beat. I love God's Jinrai, which could be argued as an Optimus Prime, but obviously he's not with we didn't have the God one in it before, so I can't think of that at all. This message is held for review. Oh, that's nice, thanks. Which message has been held for review? I've got one here. I can't think. Sean, we say so many things, mateys. That's the problem when it comes to these chats. What's your favourite winch? It says there's one here held, but I can't get to see it. I love the classics toy lines. Hopefully I can see it in a minute, but it's not there. Movie Optimus. Ah. So as in the 2007 one, if you want. Stacey Green's just jumped in the chat. She wants to be honest. Go for it. What do you want to say? Let's have a see. The movie figure was all right. I still get to review the 2007 one. I'm at home. Oh no, Pete's going to lose the thing. I don't know where. That's a funny question. Where are you now? I'm at home. I wonder where else would I be? I can't understand. Sorry, there's no translator coming up either. So you need to. I've only got a phone in front of me, so I can't understand that. I do be like that. What's that got to do with anything? You don't need to worry about that. I wonder why that's there. And I wonder why this has crashed. Did you get a chance to research the comic book Cybertronian? Nope. I haven't had a look at that. I haven't had a chance to do anything, to be fair, what people have said. There's hardly any things I've had a chance to look at. I was hoping to get them for a steal as I was in. You can read it out if you want. It's okay, I don't need to read it. It doesn't matter, everybody can read it in the chat, so don't worry, you're with people in the chat, so you know, as long as you're not swearing, you can say whatever you want, to be honest. Learn more. Hi, someone else has jumped in. Loads of people are jumping in now. These are quite a few new faces in here, so that's good. My super chat stopped. I don't even know how to police it anymore. Pete, did you win it or not then? I'm from the UK. I think everybody sort of knew that. Which is Peter, are you going to win it? Did you see the Skybound Comics covers? That was amazing, Wind Charger. I love that. What's my favourite Transformers movie? The 86 animated one is my favourite because it's got all the original figures. If you're talking live action, Bumblebee, obviously. And then I liked Rise of the Beast. I really did. I was quite surprised that it didn't do as well as it did. I thought it was a good film, to be honest. I really enjoyed it. But I think they shot themselves in the foot because what they did was they obviously went and said that obviously, what's the word I'm after? That they told you when it was going to be available to stream before it even came out in the cinema. So people who had that choice straight away, they didn't want to. Yeah. You know, they didn't need to spend the money in a cinema. So that's it. What do you anticipate the most? This is a great question, you see. So what I'm anticipating is, I'm thinking, to be honest, Palpatine, that we're going to get the HasLab reveal. Purely because I'm pretty sure it was around about this time last year. And because Thew is doing the... Thew's co-hosting with him, and he was there for the... what's it called? Thew was there on the reveal of Deathsaurus, so I'm kind of hoping that it's something to do it. I don't think there's anything in development just yet, Optimus. I think they're going to take stock and see where they do, because I'm sure you've seen the fact that it didn't do too well. It did really well in the US, but worldwide it didn't do well at all, which was a bit of a surprise. I thought it'd do way better than that, which is good. 30 quid, that's all right then. I saw them, matey, so fair play. Are you going for G2 as well now? I need a couple of G2 figures as well, but as you say, Slingshot just never turns up. Maybe we'll find one at the Toy Fair. I don't know where them people are. I think they've gone. There was a few random people who jumped in briefly then. I don't know how to police it. This is probably, that's what I should. I think maybe YouTube did it themselves. I think YouTube realised and got rid of them. I wonder if they'll do that. I seriously think that we're going to get a Primus though this year. I'm definitely thinking that we're going to get a Primus because it's the 40th anniversary. So that's in answer to Palpatine. I think they're going to give, excuse me, I think they're going to give, not give, I think they're going to, you know, show us quite a lot of 40th anniversary stuff, specialist figures, etc. It'd be cool if they have obviously a missing link there. I don't know if they will or will not, because that would be interesting for obvious reasons. I know obviously that it's usually all Hasbro stuff, but let's be honest, they've been showing Robo-Sen and all that sort of thing, so hopefully. What do I think of Transit? I didn't really know the character. I've only seen the deleted scene, and I've seen images of it, and it looked like a cool character, to be fair. But and the deleted scene looked cool, so I imagine we'll see it soon. That's a good question, Hyperlink. I'm fortunate enough that I got it first time around. I haven't seen it in the UK yet anywhere. Few seems to if they offered a gig like that. Oh yeah, of course, 100%. If they offered me anything like that, I'd do it. You know, hands down, straight away. I'd love to do something like that. Which, you know, it's really. I mean, let's be honest. Being associated with anything that you love is always fun, and that's why I'm really privileged that I did them interviews, and that was a great feeling. And I know that it's obviously a lot of people have watched them. There's people are still watching them now, and it was good. You're not a big fan of the John Warden era. I don't know which what that is. What else have we got going on? So yeah, I think we're going to get a load of 40th anniversary stuff, to be honest. Just remind you, don't forget about Nova Prime and all the White Armor winch. See you next time. See you, Gable. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. Yeah, they didn't need to. They brutally killed him, as you said. If you're going to get a wind charger, it's going to be tiny. Pete, you just beat me to what I was going to say. The Titan Metroplex, loads of people. Prime Wars trilogy. Loads of people are moan. I mean, I didn't really notice. Again, I'm guilty when I brought him. I just put him up on a shelf, but he's got a really tiny waist. Yeah, to be fair, they could really update him. Maybe if they did, which I think I would love if they did a Metro Titan, and then obviously just update the mold. That would be the best thing to do with that. But I don't think Metro Titan's a big enough character yet. However, though, they did do Black Sarek, which of course surprised me. I was reasonably lucky with the Titan Metroplex. I think I paid maybe 100 more than what the original price was, but because I knew I was going to spend a little bit more, I got the Takara version, so the one with the 2 guns and all the different apps on it and stuff. Yeah, they're silly prices. I went on Amazon the other day actually and just typed in just to see if I could get my affiliate link on Fortress Maximus, because he's not available in the UK yet anywhere. If anybody knows of anything different, let me know, because I've not seen any UK sites that can get. I've not seen any UK sites advertising thingy. How do you feel about the Autobot Cybertronian called DevCon? I like him. I like the figure as well. I thought the figure was cool, to be honest. Obviously, he was only in one episode, so I haven't got too much of too many thoughts on him, to be honest. And when it came out, it was one of them things that, you know, you think I've seen you, but I can't remember where it's from. So because he didn't have a huge part in the cartoon, he's all right. I've got neither here or there actual feeling on him. Hello, Joko Kondo. I hope I've said that right. Nice to have you jumped on. Where are you calling from? Or not calling? Where have you joined from, rather? See, this is it. There's loads of new people now. I've gone a bit later than normal. I'm still only going to do about half an hour more, though, because I've got to get up too early in the morning. What does everybody else think? Who else is answering in them ones there? They can get Gen Selects, Metro Titan, and Grand. I'd buy a Brave Max, to be fair. I know I was going to say Duke loves DevCon. A few other people did. I mean, the best thing about the DevCon was how they managed to, you know, that's the Blair mold. And if you put them next to each other, you wouldn't guess that at all. So it's so clever. Whoever looked at that figure and thought, I can get a Dev. And the Metal Hawk from Cyclonus is crazy. Crazy. Just genius. It's funny how they could do that. Just look at a figure and go, they'll do spy changes for core classes. Think of Alternators Prime and Machine Wars Mirage. They probably will do, to be fair. I need to find a DevCon. The pictures look great. I can keep an eye out if you want hyperlink. Let me know. I mean, I don't know if is he scarce? Is he scarce at all, DevCon? I don't know. I thought it was quite easy. Spy changes would be a great idea. There's so many little gimmicks that they've had, haven't they, over the years that that they could touch on. Of course, I think they're going on to mini-cons now, though, aren't they? I think we're going to see a load of mini-cons. That's what I think is going to be in next week's Pulse Con. I think there's going to be loads of mini-cons. Hard to pose. I always see them standing close. To be honest, buddy, that's exactly That's exactly how I've got all mine. And I think the main you can pose them, but they're just so big. I mean, they're the size of a small child, so they're 2 foot. So are you following the new comics of Transformers, and do you like it? Whereas I've not seen them yet. I've got the new I think they're a bit later in the UK. I know, but I've not seen them. Haven't seen it in store. I haven't really looked online yet. Let me know if you miss out and give me a shout. But yeah, going back to the Titans question, they're just too big and they take up too much space. So if you've got their arms down like this, you can put something next to it. Whereas sometimes I put the arms up and I can put figures underneath it. What do you think of a studio? We all know we want one, but that's the big question, Optimus. Everybody wants a Studio Series 86 Megatron, but it's whether they can do it or not. And I think if anybody's going to do it, it'll be Takara. And if Takara does it, then of course, then the rest of the world will follow. Or if they don't, then obviously everybody will be importing one from Japan. Earthrise Megs again could be just painted different. I mean, there's a cell shaded one which looked fantastic, which I missed out on. That looked really good. I like the Gambler also. That's a great. I need to watch them. I'm thinking of doing that. As I say, I'm thinking of going from episode 1 right the way through G1, right into the Japanese continuity, and doing it like a weekly thing on here as well. So it could be like a mini review and a mini watch along. So that's an idea. Another idea. I've been trying to think of things to be slightly different, but I don't know. Every time I look at things, there's loads. There's so many YouTubers out there with so many things that people have already done. The cell shaded one looks beautiful. They don't even look like real toys, so maybe I could have a look hunt for them as well while we're at the NEC. There's still a few ones that come out. If you get a bunk bed for your room, you can store that for. It's true. I haven't pre-ordered that Metroplex because if I did, I'd just sell it straight away. I mean, what 4 foot's like there, and I wouldn't know where to put it. And I think it would be too much to ship to someone in the UK. I think it costs just as much to ship it as it would to buy it, because obviously it's. I think at the moment it's only going to be shipping in the US, isn't it? I believe it's going to be in 5 different parts, 5 different Titan-sized parts, and shipped out like that. That's the last. Excuse me, the last that I heard on it. Cell shading makes just got Sound Blaster, Blue Streak, and Prime. Didn't get any of them. That's because at the time when they were doing them all, it was just at the very beginning of the War for Cybertron trilogy, and I pretty much made the decision I wasn't going to buy them all. 4 foot makes it legend scale, makes it divorce class scale. That's what it makes it. Divorce class, or house repossessed, or default payments scale because of the size and the price of it. It'd be too big. But they're what Fans Toys are supposed to have done that Fortress Maximus, which I don't know. It will be. That's what it'll be. If it's that big, it'll be huge. I have my Fort Max on the shelf, clear my snares, and he's holding the controllers. That's a pretty cool idea. I didn't see that one. Holding the controllers, snares can't beat a snares. But there's that other. There's the third. No, well, I'll say third party. There's that knockoff Optimus Prime, isn't it, by Lewin? And that's huge as well. That's as tall as. I think that's as tall as Unicron, the Lewin Optimus Prime. I've been really tempted with that a few times. I might see if I can hunt one of them down, because it's just a huge knockoff, oversized MP10, isn't it? It's massive. So I might look at that. I'm losing my voice. No drink ready. Forgot my drink this time. But there's too much. There's far too much. Which other characters are they actually missing then from the cartoons? I don't know. Because again, we weren't expecting DevCon. There's just too many. I wonder if we'll ever get the girl who loved Powerglide with a little figure like that. Obviously with the Masterpiece figures you get the different ones, which is interesting. We still don't. Do we know if Uni's going to be Universe or United? Do we know what that is? Is he any good at Super Mario? Does anybody have any clarification on what it is? Because I still don't know. Maybe they're going to confirm it in the upcoming PulseCon. I know that a few people are saying United, but for me, surely it would make more sense being at Universe, because everything's going to be pulled into one. So then, and in a bad way as well, I do want them to stop Mega Man X. That was a game. That was a brilliant game. In a way, I wish they wouldn't do any more Titans, because it just means that I'll be able to continue buying them, because realistically, transforming a Lana figure, she was ceased, but that's it. That would be good. Because realistically, if I do get the Nemesis and I do get Guardian Robot, then I don't know where they're going to go. Excuse me, losing my voice. I need to watch the G1 episodes. I know I keep saying this, but I don't have any time. I'm definitely going to do it. I'll do a watch along with the G1 episodes with people, and then we can all have a chat about it and watch along and rate it and review it as well. And then if we're all watching it together, we can all point out things that none of us maybe have noticed or pick up on, and it'd be great, because I miss out on loads of things. That episode disturbed me. Some of them now that were so completely what's the word I'm out of touch, shall we say. They're so out of touch that it's just borderline. Some of them, like you say, they were like, they won't be able to show soon, you would think. And a lot of them are more, I remember like the Hate Plague and whichever one, like I was going to watch them with my little boy, but I thought actually this is too much for him. Every live stream I want a TF subline that is just the human characters. We can do a watch. That's a good idea. Fella could either do on that. Harry has a good taste then. Titan of culture. Alice also disturbed me. Bay was on crack. Alice, which one was Alice? Is that the one from Revenge of the Fallen? Because someone told me the other day, and it made perfect sense, that she was supposed to be a pretender, and of course then that makes a lot of sense then, because when I first saw it I was like, this is really weird. All I know is that she was from Naples. Yes, Sean, I am. Yeah, so when you find that out, it makes more sense. So she was a pretender. So that makes it a little bit more, I suppose, believable and understanding, doesn't it? And they never made a figure out of her either. That would have been really interesting to see what they did with her. It was a little bit weird, very weird to be fair, but most of the things that Bay did was a little bit weird. Sometimes I'm hoping we get a chance to see the new Missing Link. That's what I was hoping as well, Palpatine. I don't know if they're going to. Another Hasbro creation. I've heard of the Inhumanoids. I must have heard of the Inhuman. Oh, yes. I'm sure they had a comic strip. They didn't have a few pages of the comic. I'm sure they did. Nothing like humans splitting it up. True. That's Kano's finishing move in Mortal Kombat, wasn't it? It's like he knew all them years ago. Yeah, imagine it now. Imagine if they did like a live action, like Pretenders. How would they do it? They'd obviously have to take a robot form first and then split it off, because they would never get away with it. Pretenders, again, we've discussed these quite a few times. I'm up and down on them, because didn't really like them, now I like them, etc. Sounds like one of my kids is up. Missy's gone sort it out. But they need to. I want. Who else in the chat wants a proper flawless victory? Yeah, exactly. Kano. Well, he was pulled in half the wrong way, wasn't he? I want a proper pretender. I want them to do maybe a Generation Selects, maybe just a plastic outer shell that you can put, the figures in, but they'd be huge. There's been a movie Pretender. Which one was that, Pete? Or are you on about the one that we were just talking about? Pete's got all the facts tonight. All the facts tonight. Give me a gun runner and I'm happy. Yeah, gun runner's great. The Pretender vehicles don't get enough love. Different in Super God Master Force. They do very differently. I have no interest in Action Man, and I've still not seen any of the Kingsman films, is the answer to that question. I don't think that the Brits have got a fascination for Kingsman. It didn't do very well in this country at all. And Action Man didn't do very well in this country at all. Humanoids is scary, says my property to be created, but it's great. Where's the Mega Pretenders, that girl? Yeah, that's what we were talking about, Pete. We were talking about her, Alice. That was her name. You must have just tuned out for the last 4 minutes, Pete, because we were talking about her in great detail. Because I didn't realise her name was Alice. But yeah, she was scary. She didn't look good at all. Kingsman was pretty good. I've got it doesn't look good to me. Well, and the Ultra Pretenders, those would be great. Love Crossblades, love Thunderwing, Vroom's okay, and of course love the Takara versions. Oh, you're in the loose. You missed it then. Yeah, totally. We were talking about Alice there. That was a name. I didn't know it was a name either. Yeah, she was in Revenge of the Fallen. I nearly said the wrong one then. And no, going back to what Sean said, there's not many UK guys who liked Action Force. That's why it bombed. It died. Action Man, well, they called it Action Force and Action Man. It bombed. They tried to build it up. That's why they kept crossing it over with Transformers. It didn't really work. Thunderwing would be fantastic. They tried it, didn't they? They did this rubbish one. I say rubbish one. Oh no, they're all going to fall over. It's not too bad, but it could have been way, way better. And I also like the way that that was the little secret, wasn't it? That the little bit came off. The front bit rather flew out to be a bit of a homage to the middle little jet. Yeah, he was a leader in the comics. Funny enough, we're talking about the same things that we were talking about earlier with the Junior Pretenders of the Autobots. He was up against all them. It's been really good actually going back to in the comics. I hear that there's going to be a lot of yes. There's going to be at the moment, from what, again, not giving anything away because they've not told me anything either, but from speaking with the guys at Hasbro in the last week, that they're all really excited for it because their words, not mine, and what you've just said there, Princeton, they're sitting on a load of things that they can't wait to share, which is brilliant news because at the moment we've only got 6 more days. So hopefully they're not spoilt in 6 more days. So yeah, can't wait to see what they all are. We've obviously seen through the space bridge, and we've obviously seen the lists, but we've not seen anything actually physical yet. So I'm really pleased with that as well, because as much as obviously I report it on here, I'll do a video saying, look what's shown up on the internet. In a little way, I don't really enjoy doing it because it does obviously spoil the surprise. But I remember the one where they did really well, and then it was literally the week leading up to the Pulse stream, and then everything just got revealed, and it was a bit gutting. It was good, but it was a bit gutting. There was can't wait to see what Sandstorm's going to look like. It was the one where we had Wild Rider, then we had Menosaur. Everything just appeared that week, and then of course when it came to the actual event, it was like, oh, we've seen all these. So I'm kind of hoping that they do manage to last and not and they don't get revealed. Fingers crossed anyway. Because as we've just said, I think there's going to be a HasLab. I think it'd be nice if there's a missing link. I think there's going to be loads of 40th anniversary specials. We do obviously know that we're going to get the hot shot with the Minicon. That's a definite. Sandstorm's going to be really interesting. One of the European exclusive and golf. Yeah, that could be a good idea. We've discussed this before, retro action. I'm Thunderclash they could get out of Motormaster easily. So because the base is very similar, all they need to do is just, in fact, obviously have the back of the trailer round instead of square. The actual bot itself isn't too far off it. So I think they could do that easy. He doesn't sometimes spoil it. He always spoils it. Do you understand the Transformers concept of transwarp? Is transwarp about folding or bringing to... Is the first part. I believe it's... No way, Kato's jumped in. Hi, Kato. Go to see. It's the first part you've just asked for, Sean. It's about folding or bringing 2 points closer together, I believe. Kato's jumping in, which is perfect. I haven't spoke to you in quite a bit, Kato. I'm glad to see how well you're doing, mate. And I love the fact that you've got so many things going on at the moment. It's brilliant. So, yeah, nice to have you on here. For those of you who don't know, Kato's got his own collection and channel, and he doesn't just do Transformers, he does a full mix of everything. So please check out his stuff as well. What else are we talking about here? We're just talking about what we think the PulseCon reveals are going to be, buddy. So if there's anything that you think you want to chip in with, let us know. It's Kato. It's true. Princeton's got it right. Always lurking on your channel. Ah, there you go. Because I'm always doing stuff, mate. There's so many things. I never stop. it's stolen property, Crackles. He pays an extortionate price for a stolen figure from a factory, so he can get the video. No, it's not auctions, so he can get the video done and make a load of money off it. He's a stalker. Can't wait for the course now. Yes, I need to do that. As I say, he's literally sitting here. I've not even managed to unbox him yet. Again, it's going to be a busy week, which is good. I've got a few queued up ready, as I say. So I've done the Dreadwing for tomorrow, and then my weekends now are just so busy. It's nuts. The other ones, as I say, I've got that giant boat as well. Does anybody remember that giant boat from Thingy? The third-party figure from, I can't think what it is. It's a massive battleship. Yeah, maybe they'll show Dino King. That's a good point. Animated Prime and Bumblebee revealed. I'm hoping Pulse shows off Swoop. Yes. Kato, you've nailed it there, pal. They've got to show him off. It's been too long now. We know he's coming out. I think there's going to be loads. We don't know the time, though. We just know that the whole event's starting at 4. But obviously, I want to know the exact time so we can sit and set the watches to it. Are you doing a live as well after this, Kato? Just wondering. I know you do loads at the moment. I'm probably going to go for another 15 minutes or so because I've got my little boys' football match in 7 hours. Oh, not good. I wonder if they'll show the next combiner. That's true. I would love to see a Studio Series 86 Soundwave, but I think, as I said already, that there's too many. What's about Tauntaun? I don't know about that. I think we've just had too many recently. I think they'll hold back with another Soundwave. I don't know what you mean about Tauntaun. Does anybody what you're referring to, Optimus? You think you would have been pulled up by us or something now? This is I've been swamped with work. There's probably no live streams. Yeah, I don't normally do the live. I do it the other way around. I normally do loads of videos and hardly any live streams, but just thought I'd do one quickly tonight. I'll answer that separately to yourself, Crackles, on the Discord, mate. We discuss this quite a lot, to be fair, all the time. Is Volcanicus missing his feet for a reason? Probably. Knight Rider crossover would be brilliant, but I think they need to wait another. Yes, this is what I was just saying. They've released 3 in the last 3 years, so they definitely need to hold off a little bit on him. Tauntaun review. I don't know what that is. I don't know what Tauntaun is. Is it a figure? Is it a channel? I don't know. I don't know what, or is it something that I'm being really stupid and I should know about? Probably. Usually is. It's very late. It's 10 to 1. Oh, okay. There you go. So there you go. He's somebody else then. Kato, you don't need to do a live stream. Just take over Deluxe Baldwin. Just jump on. That's funny. There's Optimus. There's a few guys, obviously. There's the other guy, Shephatron, yeah. Oh, he's inactive now, by the way. So there you go. Maybe they do crack down on them eventually. I know that it's not for me to say, to be fair, but as I say, they're aware of it and they do give me a Knight Rider crossover and I'm happy. It must come with it, David. It's got to, hasn't it? If they did the X-Men one, which they did with the little Wolverine figures, then they've got to have a Hasselhoff as well. Talking of crossovers, I'm kicking myself for selling Gigawatt now. So that's another figure that I might try and have a look and see if I can find at the NEC, but I only want a loose one. I definitely don't want to spend all that money on a boxed or a sealed one. I need to get a loose one again because I sold my last one like an idiot. Seller's regret straight away. Orlando Fox Gamers jumped in. Hello, buddy. Nice to have you on here. It's really sorry to let you guys know, though, but I'm going to be packing up in about 10 minutes purely because it's... Yeah, it's 10 to 1 now in the morning. We'll have a little seats like a Human Alliance. I think they can have. Of course they can. You know, even Dreadwing, even though you can't put... even though you can't put the figures in it, obviously Dreadwing's got the cockpit with the seats in, so you never know. I'm sure they would have. Yeah, there's loads to go down talking about it, Crackles. There's obviously loads of people discuss. I love Gigawatt. Let's move these up. Oh, There we go. I nearly knocked everything over. I liked Gigawatt, but then again, I got to that point where I was like, right, this is a toy line that I'm not going to collect. So I sold it, and then of course they released loads of others, and I love the Jurassic Park ones. And then I thought, well, I might as well get them all back now. Oh, there you go. He jumped in very quickly. That was nice of him to jump in and say that. Have a good one, Russ. Hope sons. Thanks, buddy. I will speak to you all soon. Good day. There we go. Orlando's got the Orlando Con coming up, haven't they, soon? TF Con Orlando. That looks to be I mean, they've got Budiansky there, and loads of people. So maybe we should arrange that. We should arrange something via the chat. We should arrange us UK guys will have to come out to America and just go to a great big con. That would be interesting. Have to do it as a proper, obviously, holiday because it's too far to travel for just a day. But I'd be well up for that. You going, are you, Kato? Oh, of course you are. You're going, you're meeting everybody up there, aren't you? I'm going to do one year, mate. I've got to. Brilliant. Got Bob to sign, mate. See, they don't come. All the big ones don't come. Oh, Brandon's just jumped in. Yeah, Brandon, we should definitely do it. We don't get the big guys over here. We don't, you know, we get some good people over here, which is good, but I haven't had any of the, like you say, any of them. Bob Gansky knows what colour room. Yeah, it looks, obviously, I think when I first jumped and started on it, I think I saw you guys meeting up. And as you say, that's exactly what it's about. That's what I'm going to do, the UK one again, but I'm going to do the weekend this time. Purely because of that, there were so many different things that I felt that I personally missed out of. Exactly. Let's not start this again. Next year, it's been too long since I've been at a convention. You don't need to win charge of Pete's well and truly in your corner. I've been here the whole time just chilling and watching. Not jumping in. You could have just put random comments up. I'm losing my voice. So there you go. You could have jumped in and helped me out. There's people dwindling away now, which is good because I'm about to finish. But yeah, definitely we're going to do that. You may be getting win charge, but you are wise. One of these days I'll make it out. Yeah, definitely. If you do, Kato, because I was saying to the guys from Hasbro that the main one, the TF Nation, it's in Birmingham, so it's obviously just down the road from me. So we can definitely have a proper meetup. Is Beast Hunter Prime the best version of Optimus Prime? No, definitely not. He's a pretty good version, but he's definitely not the best. He's a good version. Which one? Because there was two, wasn't there? There was two different Voyager class versions of him. There was the really, really big one that was a massive Voyager, and then there was just the standard one. I may be young, but I know everything for IPS. It's the Matrix. Shiloh Pablo's jump back in. Hello. Nice for you to jump on. We're coming into, yeah, well over an hour now. Yeah, so Kato, if you do that one, if you do the Birmingham one, it's just down the road, so we can hook up properly. If you come here a day before or whatever, we'll sort something out. And I suppose offer applies there to anybody who's coming over to TF Nation next year. Any idea if it's still possible to acquire a TF Con other than eBay's charging? I have no idea. Which TF Con you're on about, Palpatine? Thanks, Shyla. It's a mess. I've not done it. Are you talking to Kato, Palpatine? I think you are. Action Master Optimus is a great figure. It's been an hour and a half, pretty much retro. It's or a BotCon shirt. BotCon, no idea. Not in the States, obviously, so I don't know. Maybe just email the what's it called? Maybe email the actual website and see if they've got any left. Thank you, Shyla. That's nice of you to do so. People just must be jumping randomly on because I'm up. Because obviously it's crossing over to the time, isn't it? The time zone is a bit different. I have a Bomb Ross t-shirt. I don't even know who that is. See? Who's Bomb Ross? I believe they sell them online as well, but I can't. I'd just go to their main website and just drop a question because you never know, they might have obviously a warehouse themselves, and I'm sure they'd probably rather make the money on them themselves than the ones selling them on eBay. That's what that's what I'd definitely sort of go with, to be honest. Right, guys, 5 sort of minutes. Oh, bombshell. 5 minutes left on this, unfortunately, because it's 5-1 in the UK, and I'm pretty much shattered, as you can tell. Headmaster, Target Master, and Power Master Cybertronian. No, there's not, to be honest, because obviously Cybertronians are robots, aren't they? So the Headmasters, Target Masters, and Power Masters are, depending on how you look at it, are either Nebulans or just humans, aren't they? So there won't be any of them. If you go with the Hasbro continuity, they're Nebulons, and if you go with the Japanese continuity, then they are just normal humans. You should put a giraffe on that T-shirt. Yeah, like a Jeffrey one. He paints happy little Cerebro shells on mirages. He's not in the chat, actually. I was going to say, if Rudy's in the chat, Rudy designed this for me. It's brilliant. And for those of you who don't know, oh, I wonder if I could show you. This is how genius. If you don't know what this is how genius Rudy is. So, I'm not sure if you've seen this. So this is the Galaxy Shuttle box. And look in the corner there. Look how clever he is. See that corner there? And this is what he did. It's that, but he changed it to Toys R Us. So it's one of them little, it's one of them subtle but incredibly clever things. So it's on this box. It's on the zone boxes. On the zone boxes. Have I got any more of them? I'll see if I can find some in a minute. So there you go. It's that. I've got a few. Have I got another zone box? I can't think. But yeah, but most people didn't realise that. But that's what it is. So it's that. He's changed it to Toys R Us. And he's put Transformers reviews and showcase, and it's off this, it's off zone. I wonder if you noticed that, Pete. Did you notice that? You're pretty good at noticing things like that. So, and the other one, the Convoy one I've done, is the exact same as the Return of Convoy logo as well, from the Return of Convoy boxes. Yeah, Rudy's amazing. It's a shame that we've missed him on here. It's a perfect homage. Exactly, it's subtle and it's perfect, and it works really well on a t-shirt. And yeah, it was just really great of him to do it. He just said, I've worked, as the people are putting on here, yes, I've seen artist Stan, he's brilliant. He just sent to me in a message, he's like, look what I've worked on for you, and it's brilliant. And in fact, all of the designs, apart from 2, in the t-shirt shop on my thing, they're all his, they're all clever. Have a look at the Hasbro one he's done with the Optimus Prime versus Megatron. It's the old Hasbro logo of the 2 kids, obviously, the brothers, but he's changed it to Optimus and Megatron. He's just a genius, to be fair. In fact, that's what I'll do next time. I'll get a load printed off and then take them with me to sell. You should get that 4-foot Metro coming in. See, so many people have told me to get that Metroplex. You never know. I think the problem we've got, buddy, is the fact that at the moment they're only going to be shipping to the US because of the size and the weight. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'd love to obviously see it. I don't know how I'd be able to review it, but we'd have to see. But it's definitely in production, so it looks great. Right, last few minutes on this, guys. Yeah, it's cool. If you're still about the badge retro action, he's a genius. As I say, I'm not telling you to buy them. I'm just saying have a look at the Teespring. Have a look at some of the designs that have been done by some seriously good and very nice friends of mine. Obviously, with my lack of computer, none of them designs are all mine, so I take my hat off to I wonder if I can show you actually just before I go, the Hasbro one. Just because again they're geniuses. Is it in here? Is it in the files? Hopefully I've not deleted it because I want to show you if it's here. Done. Oh no, he did this one as well. He did the micro art. That's the, oh, look at that one. Look how clever that one is. Toys R Us. Which is the old, of course, Diaclone and Micro Change Microman logo. And of course he did my original one as well. Brandon, let me know which hoodies you want and I'll get them put up straight away. Seriously, send me a private message after. Let me know which hoodies you want and I'll put them straight up. No issues whatsoever. This is the one I was going to show you. Where is it? Look how clever this is. Look how clever this is. There you go. Wind Charger, nice to have you on here, pal. I'm literally going to finish up in this next couple of minutes as well. So all of these designs that people sent me and that are on the t-shirts, it's just people who are just geniuses. That's another one. That's a Takara one. I think, yeah, he is catered. He just loves it. He says, "Look, sometimes I'm just sitting there. I'm not sure you channel, and it's on Friday nights. Never seen a stream before, but just checking in. Beep, beep. I'm really sorry to tell you, beep, beep. It's really nice of you to check in, but it's now 1 a.m. in the UK, and I'm literally just about to sign off. But I'm going to check, Pete, check out in the Teespring. Just have a look at it. And then obviously, if you do like anything, drop me a message. I can get you much, much better deals on them all. Sorry, beep, beep. As I say, I'm just about to log off or sign out because it's gone 1 a.m. in the UK, but I'm going to do another one in 3 weeks' time. So yeah, first weekend of October, I'm going to be doing another one, which would be great. I'm liking everybody's jumping in. I'll advertise it all properly. I'll do another giveaway as well for channel members, and again, anybody who wants or is looking at the Teespring, send me a message direct, and I can obviously knock some price, bedtime, Pete, some money off the prices that you see on that. If you are interested, channel members especially, you get a much, much better discount. But once again, guys, huge thank you for all the support. Thank you for jumping on, especially UK guys. It's 1 a.m, so I know that Pete, Brandon, Phil, etc. have all been jumping on. Retro Actions, obviously UK. And thank you to everyone. And there you go, Princeton. No need for that, mate. But thank you ever so much, buddy. Really, really appreciate that. Yeah, excellent. No worries. It's always fun doing this. And as I say, I don't mind staying up late. We'll do one in 3 weeks' time. But in the meantime, thank you very much, guys, for jumping on board. Look forward to the Dreadwing review I'm putting up tomorrow. And of course, we will do a live watch along, obviously, as well, coming up as well. Thanks very much, guys. Gonna shoot. Take care. Do you know what? Do one of them, Retro, see if you can. Thanks, Phil. See you at the NEC. I know everybody's still saying goodbye, so I'm going to say, UK guys, if you're at the NEC, I will see you there. Everybody else, we will catch up soon, and I'll see you in some videos. Thanks, Duke. Glad you jumped on board as well, pal. Be great to meet up with you guys at some point as well.